So it's interesting that you would put your time, your money, your energy behind John Kasich at this stage of the game. We know that Donald Trump has been leading and Bernie Sanders is overtaking Hillary. I got to get your take on that as well. You think these next couple of contests going into Super Tuesday are going to show a different theme than what we've seen the polls show in the last 8 months then?
No, I don't know if it's going to be different, but I think it's going to be fewer in number, and it's going to be more focused on those that are remaining. I mean, I'm not going to name names, but I'm sure by Monday there'll be at least one or two other people dropping out of the Republican race.
Yeah.
And I think, look, I think John Kasich has got all the tickets. First of all, he's a good man. He's a decent man.
Yeah, integrity.
But he's got experience to go with it, and he's rather forthright. Not rather, he's very forthright. He says it the way it is. And by the way, Maria, remember that I supported Christie in 12, and when he decided not to run, I joined the Romney effort. Chris has made his mind up that this is not the time for him.
Right.
And I happen to believe, I've known John a long time, and I did indicate that if Chris ever dropped out, I would be certainly interested in supporting somebody who I think will be. I think, in my case, I think it's an obligation on my part to be involved. And I don't need anything from the government, thank God, Maria.
Yeah.
You know, I have no business interest that I'm pushing or promoting to get better relations, so that I have better relations.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody loves about you. There's no conflict here. Ken, I got to get your take on what's going on with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Does it surprise you that Bernie is actually overtaking her in the latest poll?
No, and again, Maria, I think collectively, Democrat, Republican, Independent, the American people are not happy.
Yeah.
The bigger issue to me is not the election in November. That's going to happen, and we're going to have a winner. What are we going to do about all these people after the election, and what are we going to do to help them? What are we going to do? They're loud and clear. They're going to a radical extreme. They're saying, I'm going to vote for Trump, and I'm going to, and not in the sense that there's anything wrong with Donald or with Sanders, but a year ago you wouldn't have given them 2 cents chance to be where they are today.
Right.
They haven't changed. The American people, many of them, are saying, wait a minute, something's wrong. We need help. Who's thinking about us?
Now, you don't think do you think Bloomberg enters the race?
I don't know. I don't. You know, that's a good question. You know, I've heard Mike say many times why he couldn't win. Yeah. And you know, everybody has, as a matter of fact. Look, Mike did a superb job as a mayor, and Mike, I think, would do a superb job as a president. Every day he waits, if he's thinking about it, it's one more day less likely he'll have a chance.
Amazing. Ken, before you go, I got to ask you this later. It's on the cover of the New York Post. Sextortion. Eliot Spitzer now says that the woman who was first saying that he choked her, she was the Russian woman who left the country, said now he says that she tried to shake him down. Eliot Spitzer. You must have a comment on that.
I have one thought and one thought alone.
Do it.
I feel so terribly bad for his former wife, who I understand is a wonderful woman, engaged in many worthwhile causes for the downtrodden. I feel bad for her, and I feel especially bad for his children. That's you know, Spitzer, it's over. I leave him to his own devices, which he seems to be taking great liberty with, and unfortunately to his own detriment. But my sole take on this is I feel for his family. I feel so terribly bad for his family. And that's my take on that, Maria.
Ken, it's great to talk with you as always. We'll see you soon, sir.
Nice talking to you. Hope to see you soon.
I'd love to see you as well, Ken. We'll talk with you soon. Thanks so much for the time this morning.
Thank you. Bye.